Tableau, it's fundamentally about helping people ask and answer questions of their data. So it's really a discovery-oriented paradigm that people have. So they're asking questions of all kinds of data, whether it's financial data or pharmaceutical data or customer use patterns. It's really for the analyst to dive in, take a look at what's going on with their data, start seeing trends, patterns, outliers, try and get some inferences around what their data is telling them. And then a lot of times we see people use that data that they've made some insights into, and they'll turn that into a recurring pattern. So they'll create dashboards or things like that to help monitor what started off as this discovery process. So as we know, the Hadoop ecosystem is about collecting all of the data that the organization has and bringing it together into a central point. So when I'm asking and answering questions of that data, to have all the data available to me in one system that I can get at is a real valuable benefit, as well as having the data that's just there available instantly once it's introduced into the system. There's no extra load or modeling or anything that has to happen with the data. It's there, it's available to me, and I can start my discovery process with it. Customers that are using Tableau and Cloudera together, there's a couple typical patterns that we see people are starting on. One seems to be a real strong scenario around 360-degree views of customers. So people might have disparate systems that they've got information about their customers in all the different access points that customers have with the organization. And all that information is coming together into Hadoop or being brought together into Hadoop, and it allows you to have that full circle picture of all the different touch points you might be having with your customer or your customer is having with your different products and services. A second pattern we see is that it's really just replaced what people used to call the operational data store. So they used to stage data before they'd load it into the data warehouse, and the data warehouse would always kind of leave some records behind, and you could never get those answers back. And the second big pattern we see people using Hadoop with is they just collect all that data and they hold it forever. And it's pretty much, we've seen guaranteed that you're going to always want to go back and ask a question of that data, and it would just be a crime to leave data behind. So holding it into Hadoop for retention purposes, in addition to being able to actually live access that data, has been another real benefit to our customers. When Tableau is running queries against the Hadoop info system, Impala is one of the technologies that really gives a great performance benefit to the solution. And we see most of our customers that have been successful in accessing information that's in Hadoop are going the Impala route. It just really is a tremendous performance boost, and that's the fundamental thing you have when you're in that ask and find pattern that you get into with Tableau. If your database can't keep up with the speed of your thought, then that's a real buzzkill, and you want to be able to make sure you have a high performance query engine at the back end, which Impala gives us.